Hi there, welcome back. This is episode 5 of Hydroneer. My name's CJ here at Nine Finger Gaming. Right, so we left off the last episode. We just bought this new truck and we've been obviously building out all this flooring and building the house. Now, I have been testing, got some more items across here. Like, as you can see, I've nearly finished in the walls. There's just a couple of pieces that are now missing on the rear and a few roof pieces that are missing. And I've been changing out the floor slightly as well. I'm going to replace that, put it up for the second floor there. One thing I did notice, which I'll show you guys just now, is these windows. I had a feeling that you may be able to place them on top of these half walls. As you can see, they don't quite fit properly on the half wall. If I switch the half wall around, again, they don't fit quite properly on the half wall. So I'm not really too sure how you go about using these pieces. Don't know whether I'll be implementing it all. I honestly just genuinely thought they would just snap straight into the wall pieces, but no, as you can see, that isn't happening either, so they'll just have to be left. Right, so today we're going to look to automate the repair of our pipework over here. So I believe the money's already in the car. How much we got? We've got 48,000. Probably not going to need any more. We have got quite a lot of resources now stocked up though. There's 6,000 worth of iron there, so that's a tidy sum. Same for all the others, there's quite a lot of that. This is the main one that we need to start building up now though, so we can look at getting Mark II miners and stuff. We've got 180 of that. Just drop that in there. Right, one thing I also want to note before we go on. When you're exiting the game and you've still got all this running, when it loads in, sometimes you can have errors. Like, I had a load of crystals that were just stuck here. They didn't drop in. I've had the same with iron a couple of times that I've loaded in. But the worst one today was, it must have exited the game with one of the items just popping out just slightly. And rather than the item continuing on when I loaded the game, the item was stuck here. What that then did, while I was unaware and running back and forth getting pieces for that, is these items were hitting that item and getting stuck to the point where I had a beehive of items here. I'd say there was probably around 1,000 items. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes to actually get them all positioned on the belt. Once I positioned them on the belt and I fired up the machine, the lag was unreal. I genuinely thought the game was just going to crash. But as soon as the items dropped down and melted, the game went back to running as smooth as it always does. So let's get in the vehicle, head over to the electrical department, go grab the items that we're going to need for today's process. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over there, I'll meet you guys over there, and we'll go over the items we're going to buy and what we're going to require to automate the repair of our filters. Right, so just coming up the road now. Whoop, back wheel stuck there. Right. So we'll get on up here. I'm probably going to reverse the truck on the sail bed. If I can, let's see if we can swing it round, get that parked on there. That way we'll just be able to load the truck up, buy the items, and get gone straight away. So that should do that. Let's grab the money, get that placed in the bucket. Right, so what we're going to need today then, I believe we're going to need a logic keypad, only one of these. Whoop, wrong button, hate when I do that, I'm so used to pressing Q to drop things. Then we're also going to need logic reader displays. Now we've got 4 filters, so we're going to need 2 per filter of these, so we're going to get 8 of those. I'll just put 2 in for now, get the rest in just a second. Let's go over everything else that we're going to need today. So we're also going to need 1 logic durability reader and 1 spanner hurling unit for each one, so we're going to need 4 each of those. What's that on there? A weight reader. Yeah, we don't need a weight reader. Can't remember what it was though. So we're going to need 4 of those each. Just get 4 on the floor here, so I don't miscount. I don't want to buy too many. And I've just put one of them in, so let's get second. Then we're also going to need one of these. It's the equals. So we're going to need one of those for each one of these items. So we're going to need 4 of those as well.
Huh?
So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to get all the items together. I'm going to need some more cabling as well, so I'll grab a few bits of cable and I'll meet you all back at the dig location. So I'll see you all in just a tick. Right, so here we are, we're back. I just had a little bit of a hiccup. This machine decided to break and everything was just coming up and piling on top of here. So we may want to set up an auto repairer for this as well at some point today. But first of all, we're going to start by getting off the filters, placing them in the correct positions, as this won't be where we're keeping them. We will leave the top one on though, because that will be in the right location. But all of them want to go across the top like so. And then we will lock those back into place. May need to move that light for the time being. Let's just move it back one for now. That will do. Let's get this moved out of the way as well. Right, so first things first, we want our spanner throwers, and we want them all facing this way. No, actually they are on the wrong side. I want those on the other side. So they will be on this side, and they will be facing this way. I'll grab myself another. And one final one. Somewhere in here. There, no. That's the reader. There we go, spanner throw it, got you. Place that one there. Those can also be locked in place because I don't want to go picking anything up accidentally today. Then these readers are going to go on the opposite side. So we'll get all these placed here. What the hell? I take it that's actually doing something there. Don't know why it's giving off the electric buzz though. Hope that's not going to injure me if I get too close. Can we rotate them? Kind of want them to be facing up, like so. And the final one, which is just seeing it there, and we'll get this one placed. Now the next thing we need is some wire cables, because the reader units, I'll show you in just a second, those yeah, but the other units that we're going to use, they all attach 2 wires, they're like a hook, so oh, I didn't really grab one then, there we go. So these will attach to the cable themselves, and we also want that rotated up. So now that's reading that the durability of that filter is 78, and we want one of those on every line. First though, I'm going to pop on all these, grab this one. And then we'll get our hoops on. Lights, I want the lights. Did bring a few extra things with me, just so we can tidy it up a touch as well. Let's get all of these out. Cable, that's something else, which I'm going to show you in just a second, but this won't be for this. There's another service that we're going to potentially look at automating today as well. And then we want these equals, and we also want them facing directly up. Have we got any more of those? There we go, there's one. Yeah, basically the way these work, whatever is here, if both A and B equal the same, then a signal will be passed straight up. So we want to get this all set up before we put anything in it. Give me that one, thank you. Yeah, we don't want to be putting any spanners in until we have got the system fully set up. Not sure what would happen, but we don't want to be wasting spanners. Did I seriously not buy 4 of those? Oh, there it is. Just about the same. Pretty sure I counted them round. Get that one on there, please. Thank you. Right, then we need more straight cables. And I actually got that I need T-junctions, I believe. So I may have to just do a quick skip back just to go get those. But let's just get everything else in place and then I can go run across and grab that T-junction. I haven't got one up here, have I? Because I did have a few spare cables. No, they're just straight. I'll take one of them with me now. Place that on there. Then I need corners on there. This one will simply just go on the end here. And the rest will be T-junctions. And then just here, we'll have, find one there. I'll have one of those there, and then on the end of there, we're going to have this machine. Let's get it rotated around the right way, and that'll be connected onto there. And now we will simply go. Where? Can I place it, please? Thank you. We will go up. Across here, and let me just place that there for now. Let me get myself an angle so I can show you what I'm going to do. Let's get some of this. Looks like I bought one too many of those. Too many of those. I've just seen an angle. There we go. Can I get that on top? That'll go there. And then on the end here, let's get that rotated around the right direction. That will go there. These will continue on along here and connect to the other side here. And there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will come down. And then I've got the lights to go. Where did I drop that light? Is that the light? Yeah. And then the lights will attach to here, and I actually want them to be rotated directly down. So we'll have one there and one just above there. Do they not actually light up? I swore they're supposed to light up, or is it only if there's a signal passed through them? Or they aren't going to work then at all. We'll probably use them somewhere else. So I'm going to just go back across, grab the T-junctions that I need, and then we'll continue on with the build. I may even get the junctions put in and grab the components that we need to possibly do the same with this here. So I'll see you all in just a tick. Now, so did grab a few extra things so we could do the same with this device here. Can I get that turned around, please? Let's get that down here actually. I believe that is checking. We will just double check actually. Make sure it definitely is checking the durability of that device. We're going to be upside down. Yes, it is. So we want to flip it this way. Nope. Rotate it around. Let's have it high. I can still see it even from down here. As you can see, the machine's at 100 because I have repaired it recently. And then we will need a thrower on the other side over here. bit of a jump shop to drop some stuff in there, but that should be fine. As you can see, I've placed most of these parks in. Oh, got down the hole. So just a case of finishing off with the T-junctions, and we are going to have to change up this a bit, because I'm now going to want the wire to get over to this device over here. So let me grab that. Thank you very much. I might actually bring this down one. It hasn't got to be as high as we've got it. This could actually be much lower. Flip it round, rotate it round, move the bucket, get that placed there, flip it, thank you. Yeah, so we can have that low. The repair can still be up high. As you can see, we had to put it straight in anyway, so the repair can just be 90 out, 90 across. Oh, it will have to be one higher actually, because I don't want the wire interfering with the items that are dropping in there. We can test it, we can keep it low, just see what happens. Right, so this device now needs to be moved over. Gonna need to take you off there. Place you there. You will then go on the, well, if I didn't drop everything, you will go on the end here, and then you will go right there, and I should still be able to activate it without actually stepping off here, so that's fine. Let's get that locked in place, that won't move. I'll drop it over here, we'll be using it in just a sec. Now, I'll need that screen in a second. Let's get the straights placed in. Let's get the upright done. We're going to need an upright here. And then the verticals. What we'll do, I'll just pop this one in for now. Rotate it round. And where are my other angles? I could have sworn left a pile of them here. I did buy some. Why do we not have enough of them now? Let me get this dropped out of here. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I had used them all up. Can we get this the right way, please? And rotate. There we go. Thank you. Right, let's get those in. While the rotation's set, there's an angle. Wait, I still haven't got enough. There's two. There we go. Get this one placed. Place there, will you? Pain in the ass. There we go. This one in. Now, I did buy some extras, but I don't think we're going to need any more of those. Place that down here for now. I've got another one there as well. This is where we're going to find out that I don't have enough angles to do what needs to be done. And I'll be making yet another trip over and back. Get these fitted in here first though. Oh, don't be so finicky. Thank you very much. Yeah, because I'm still going to need 3 more angles, 2 more angles maybe, 2 or 3, maybe 4, we never know. Wait and see. Yeah, I'm just going to fit these in. I'll run across, get the angles we require, Should have really tallied it up in my head and bought what we needed, but I just wing it, throw as much as I can in the van. And the last two. And the final row over there. Come on, there we go. And the final piece to finish these ones off. Done. Right, so then we will need a straight here. Straight there. So I need two more straights for there. Place. Place. And one more straight. Yeah, one more straight. Oh, we're even going to run out of straights, so we'll definitely have to go back. Place that straight in there. Put in 90. Here. Wrong button. Rotate. Thank you. Wrong place. And then we put a 90 there, so we actually have nearly got all the 90s we need. We're just going to need one more 90 here and a couple more straights. Let's get these in. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 straights, one 90-degree bend, and this can also go there. Yep, so 4 more straights, 90-degree bend. I am going to grab a couple more straights and another 90. Was there a straight over here? Have we used them? No, used them all. Yep, so I'm going to grab those wires. I'll be back in a tick. So all they are linked up. What we need to do now is specify a number for these ones, which will then check against the other number. As soon as this number hits, a signal will be passed. As soon as this number matches this one, a signal will then be passed along this wire, which will initiate the spanner thrower, and obviously will repair the item. Don't want to go too low with the figure. Maybe if we go with just 5, place that in. So now all those read 5. As soon as this gets down to 5% left out of the 100, that signal will go across as soon as the two numbers match. It's just a case now of us filling up the spanner throwers. So where's my cart? Let's take the cart, get some spanners. What I'm going to do, I'm going to park the cart on. Should be fine. Take the money, drop that in the bucket. You can actually throw these big bags of spanners in, so this should do us a massive favour. Let's get in. I'm just going to grab quite a few. I can always leave them on the trailer, because this is really all I'll be using the trailer for, transport the goods from this small area here. That's 1,760. That should do us for now. There's quite a few in there. I want that money. Give me that. Drop it in the back here. Yeah, that'll do. We can park this around the back, and that should then keep our spanners close to hand. What we do is come up here. Oh, it's just took them straight out of my hand. That's even better. Can we put 2 in? Yes, we can. So that's now got 10 spanners in. Oh, these ones are low, so we will have to drop them into these ones, which is okay because it saves us overloading them. Let's hope I grabbed enough to fill each one with 2 sets. That went into there, yeah. In there. A bit awkward getting in and out between the pipes. I really do need to put those last foundation pieces in over here, because that'll probably ease the burden. those last two? Yes, we can. Drop that in. That should now say 10. Yep. And we are out. Yeah, so just need another 2 just to finish that off there. Get parked up on there. Straighten up. 2. So money. I'll put a couple extra in because there is still the miners downstairs, but I'm not too worried about those being automated because the system doesn't clog up or stop if they were to break down. Haven't really broke down on me yet. I think one did, which I've been down to repair, but other than that, everything else seems to have been working just fine. So quickly get up here, drop the cart, take the spanners, 1, yep, and final one, 2, and now we're going to switch the machine on. It should be okay, should keep everything pumping. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's not switched on. I did turn the valves off downstairs just to stop the miners so I can clear the belts when I had an issue with the dirt earlier on. But now that should stop that clogging happening, because if that was to break down, this should automatically repair that. May want to think about extending this down underneath, but I don't think we've got the room right now down here to set up a system like that. Plus we'd have to have the reader on the sides and then the thrower at the rear. So it'd be quite difficult with everything being so close. Possibly could do it, but I don't think we have the space on this side to achieve what we've been looking for. So we'll just have to come down and keep my eye on those down here. Right, so another thing I wanted to set up today was automating this machine so that it constantly presses every so often, not one after the other. The way we're going to get around that is using this thing here, the repeater. As you can see, it says when placed down, outputs a logic value of 1 every second. The problem with that is every second would be a bit too much, so it's constantly keep putting in a second, and that is too much for us, and I can't actually stop that. Weird. So once that's on, that's on. But yeah, I don't want to interfere with the gems and the potential of them getting stuck in between. So we want to slow that down. How we're going to do that is with these guys here, and these are logic delays of 10 seconds. You can buy them in 10s or 1s. Obviously you're going to need more on a line should you want to slow it down by any more time, and I've got 3 10 seconds, so I'm going to look for a delay of around 30 seconds. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take our cables, and I kind of want it to come out this way, so I want the lever to be outside around the back. I don't want to be 3 pipes just coming out this way, or 3 pipes coming along this way. Actually, don't tell a lie, I will have it go this way. So we need a 90, and then we can always see what's going on. Put straight there. Put another straight here. Straight there, and I think we'll finish it off with a 90-degree bend and have the switch on the edge of the 90, so we can always see it, because we are going to eventually build around this, and I think I would, well, let's get these on. So the thing still operates from the last time that I used it. Put that on. Yep, you can already see it's stopped the process straight away. So with all those on, there's now going to be a 30-second delay. Let's just watch and see when it activates. Anytime now. Unless it resets the timer every time I put one on, possibly, so we could be waiting the full 30 seconds. And there we go, 30 seconds in, and then the timer resets. So hopefully with this in place now, we should never get too much of a build up of diamonds, so it will reduce on lag for us. And with the reduction of lag and all the items in there, we are just going to come along, just be able to pick out gems that are really highly compressed and really valuable for us. I believe, yeah, another one just dropped in there, so in 30 seconds that will compress. We'll have to keep the eye on it just to make sure that nothing is getting trapped in between, but I think that should be perfectly fine. And oh, I got stuck on the hammer then. In fact, I need to grab the hammer in just a second and hammer everything in place. As we can see, these are reducing in durability. I'm still kind of waiting to see if we can see one actually repaired. I've gone down 5%. So yeah, let's get all this repaired. Get repaired, hammered into place so we don't accidentally pick anything up. That's all locked, that's locked. Are all these pipes locked? No. Some are, some aren't. Say one of those, I believe, out of the pit as well. Everything else should be locked in place. Oh, it's just a case of locking this there. The pipe as well. Pipe and that and that. And that's everything locked in place and unable to move. Put that hammer there. And yeah, we can't actually switch that off once it's been switched on. That must be a bug. Currently seeing that being an actual function. Could be like the door we bought yesterday that didn't even operate. But yeah, other than that, everything seems to be working fine. Other than we can't switch that off. So yeah, we're just going to let this run for a bit. I'm kind of waiting, hoping that one of these is going to get to the point of repair before we leave today, so we can see it in action and just to see that it definitely does take a spanner and work. Unfortunately, they're knocking down quite as fast as I'd hoped. I mean, it's only going to get to 5. I suppose I could change the figure to 10, and we'll probably get there sooner, or 15, considering that's close. So if I clear that out, change that to 15, press enter, they're now at 15. And when that one goes down to 15, it should automatically kick in and repair. So let's just wait and see. There we go. Whoa. That's not actually working. Have I put them in the wrong place? Let me cancel that out and just reset those figures. So definitely didn't pick up the new reading. I'm just going to go away now for a second, see if I can work out what has actually gone wrong here. See if I can find out how... Thanks for waiting there. I have found out what the issue was. So the filters themselves, you don't want to place them on top, otherwise the spanner thrower doesn't actually throw at the spanner. So we just wasted all 10 spanners launching it into a pipe that doesn't have any durability. As you can see now, that was bumped back up and is lowering again now. So should work. That one's down to 14 now. So let me quickly change this to 13 so you can now see it in action. And it's just repaired before we could, but now you can see the number's at 100 and we've got down a spanner in that one there. I did also lose a bag of spanners into that one there because of the height of it. I brushed past it and it stole the spanners off me. So I'm going to have to go and buy another pack of spanners just so we can get that one nice and topped up. Do right. Let's pop this on here. Get the money. Oh. The agony, constantly grabbing the wrong thing. Let's get the money in there. Let's grab some of these. 5. let's go. Still got 27,000 coins, so we aren't exactly running out of money today. Still, we have spent quite a sum, but not as much as I thought we would. Can't actually get round there. Should have gone round the back. So park her up. Stay clear of that one there. And drop you in there. Go back at 9. Yep. And the hammock. Where's the hammock? Haven't locked in the filters. There we go, they're all nice and locked in place. So everything is sorted, everything's working correctly now. So yeah, if you do this setup, just make sure that your filters are on the side closest the spanner throwers. The readers will still read the filter because there is no durability on the pipes. And your setup will work perfectly. Now, that is going to do it for today's episode. What we will be doing tomorrow... Oh, I've just seen a pipe I haven't secured down. Bear with me 1 second, we will finish that. There we go, that's in place. Yep, everything else is locked in place. Yeah, so what we'll be doing in the next episode, we're probably going to finish up the house, finish up beautifying the house, get the interior decorated, get some saves, so we can potentially look at storing our bars and some of our money. We don't really need to be carrying our money around with us all the time, and I wouldn't want what happened to my soul to happen to my money and that just completely vanish, because that is a lot of money I'm carrying on me, and I still haven't seen that sword anywhere, so that sword definitely vanished straight out of my hand and never returned ever again. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Thank you.